All right, everybody, welcome in. How are you today? This is your morning message. I will talk a little bit today, a little bit more about the Venus Cazimi, the Venus star sign that's happening this weekend, right? The October 22nd is going to be kind of a big day. 2002, right? Lots of twos in that energy. If you're getting a lot of twos in your own private readings, I know a lot of you do your own tarot readings. If you're getting a lot of twos, you're really in that energy of the Venus Cazimi, which is a beautiful, beautiful, lighthearted, feminine energy. Voyage of the Heart. It came out a lot in the Twin Flame reading. If you want to check that out, I'll put a link right there. Begin now. And Distant Thunder, clear the air. I keep seeing this year, and if you've been following me for any length of time, that you know that that there is all of these kind of, I'm going to call them false starts. All right, there's a sense of, oh, a new chapter is opening, a new day is beginning, and then it's like, okay, not quite. I just feel like there might be a lot of little things to tie up before the true new energy can take you on this path. It keeps getting stopped for me, right? This Distant Thunder, the new opportunities, the new opening. Like you might get one sort of feeling of, hey, new things are coming, and then it just kind of stalls out or it stops. So if you've been feeling that, I'm going to put Charlie up here. Oh, if you've been feeling that, you're in good company. All right, you're in good company. A lot of us are feeling that. Let's use this. So it's quite possible. The reason I bring up that Twin Flame reading is that there are old patterns that have not been healed yet by the Divine Feminine, which was a bit of a shocker for me, that the feminine really needs to clear the air with someone who is a toxic partner or friend or relation. There's something that really needs to get cleared before the forward movement can happen. And it looks like this is seeping over here into this daily message. So let's see where we go. 8 of Cups. I am seeing the masculine energy of the Emperor and this 2 of Wands, right? It's our choice to move forward, to take action. But then again, the 4 of Swords, the stop. You have more healing work to do. All right. I definitely saw that in the Twin reading too. This is the Scorpio energy from Death. The Empress. Look at that. Look at that. And the Magician. Wow. This is kind of interesting. The Devil energy. Look at all these major arcana cards. 4 of Cups in the middle. Knight of Cups. King of Wands. 6 of Cups. Okay. Wow. The Tower and the Fool. All right. This is a very powerful lesson that still has to be learned. And it can have to do with the kind of the death rattle, the end of a toxic pattern that still is in your life. There's still something to do with how you're manifesting, how you're calling in the new opportunities. They still are the toxic ones. There's still this devil energy with the Magician and the 4 of Cups. Like, I think you're getting it. I think you're seeing that there's no way forward with this person. It might be somebody that you have a hard time breaking it off with or stopping. All right. It could be a boss. It could be somebody that is just in your energy and wants to keep going with you. I don't feel like you can move forward on this new path while you're still connected to this person. So there's something here about that. And I'm going to say to you that the 4 of Cups in the middle tells me that the real deal is trying to make its way through. Real love, real opportunity, real expansion. All of these things are trying to make their way through. King of Wands is just waiting here for you to figure out that this that there's a person who's toxic in your environment. I feel like it might take you to the rest of the year before you release this person. But Look at the end here, the Fool energy and the Tower. That is coming right at you. This person, the King of Wands, is from the past. Could be a childhood, I don't know, a childhood partner or a friend or something like that. But this does feel like a love partner eventually that wants to come in. I'm not getting a sense that this person from the past is really hiding their toxicity anymore. I feel like if it has just come out of them, they may have in the past tried to fool you into thinking that they were a good person or someone who wasn't interested in kind of being a vampire in your life. This person's a vampire in your life. I don't feel like there's any positive road forward with that person. I feel like the road has come to an end and they're showing their true colors. Okay. You are not going to be all that confused by what I'm saying here. There's going to be a very clear choice. And go watch that twin flame reading because that showed up this showed up in that reading too. The thing is that there's a hook. You're still attracting a narcissistic partner or a toxic partner. I do have a class that I've done called The Narcissist and the Empath. If you want to give that a try to see if you can identify, that class is all about identifying toxic relationship patterns in your life. So you might want to take that class because I just feel like you are going to have to, you can't sidestep this. This is a matter of a lesson. This is a lesson about you being able to speak up for yourself, stand up for yourself, say no to this person, and move on. All right. Once you do that, the real deal comes in. The real thing that you've been wanting to create with this other person all this other time that has never worked. The new situation is coming in. I really like this. I see Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Capricorn. So I'll pull some cards around those in the extended. Let's get a sense of this Four of Cups, though. That's some serious stubbornness. Wheel of Fortune, Two of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Nine of Cups. So you may identify this person, right? You've got two people. There's two people here. You may identify someone who you feel is, I don't know, a little bit harsh or dominating or toxic. I really feel like you saying no to this or being not sure is kind of a way to smoke them out. All right. It's a way to smoke them out because if you don't leap at this invitation, there's an invitation here, right? Look at this, the Four of Cups, and they're not leaping at it. One of the things I feel here too, look at this Wheel of Fortune here, moving on. It would be so easy to just let this continue on. It would be so easy to just keep going with this person or keep this relationship intact or letting it drone on, letting it, stay connected to you. The harder part by far is that you have to speak up. You have to speak up and say that this is not for me. This doesn't feel good for me. This doesn't feel like my future. You're right. I'm like being enticed into moving forward in the way that I want to. And every time I do that, I get this person popping up or I get these blocks popping up, blocks around money, blocks around love, blocks around physical presence in terms of where am I living? What am I creating for my future? It feels a little bit lovely to me that you do have this Emperor energy here, this real desire to move things forward. Like I said to you, Mars is going retrograde at the end of this month. So between then and now, we do have some opportunities to move things forward, but only from a healed place. So the Two of Wands and the Four of Swords, only from that healed place can things move forward. So a couple things. It's asking you to do some healing work on your own. And it's also asking you to identify these toxic patterns that you've had. Well, three things. And the third thing is you actually have to call it out and say, I'm moving in a better direction for myself. I cannot stay in this toxic energy anymore. I do feel like this person might be very attractive, or it might be very attractive in terms of it's just easier to not have an argument with this person or push the river in any way, shape, or form. It's just easier if I stay and I don't make the choice. But, you know, I don't really feel like that's true. I feel like in the bigger picture, you could look back on this years from now and be like, why did I waste all this time? Why am I wasting time? Right? Why am I wasting time? Queen of Wands, Hermit, Hanged Man. Look at all these. Wow. Star. Okay. This is part of a healing mission. All right. It's likely that, you know, some of you who watched, maybe you watched the twin flame reading. Some of you, this is obviously a spiritual path reading. And some of you are skirting around a tough conversation that you don't want to have. You'd prefer just to kind of sneak away in the middle of the night kind of thing. That is absolutely not going to work. This person is going to keep popping up in front of you, or there will continue to be blocks to progress until you clear this. And I feel like this person is a teacher. This is one of those people who is, eventually you will see this. They're a teacher from the negative aspect. So they're not somebody who's like, hey, I'm doing this because it's really important that you move forward in your life and all that stuff. No, they're coming from a very selfish, a very toxic place. And you will not recognize this as a thank goodness that happened until after you overcome this lesson. There is some healing, and actually, you might want to take a look in your own birth chart at your Chiron placement, okay? This week I am doing a class about asking questions about your birth chart if you want to know how transits impact you and things like that. I'm doing that class this week. It's a Thursday evening Q&A session. Chiron in your birth chart is your wounded healer. It's the thing that keeps showing up in your life and will not relent until you look at it, embrace it, and heal it. Star. You're not gonna be able to move down the road until you see, and this might be the thing that's most sore, the thing that's most difficult for you, the thing that's always tripped you up, the thing that's always brought lessons in. The road ahead is a bright one. I do feel like there's a King of Wands showing up here, and that is going to be the gifty, right? Saturn goes direct later this month. Saturn is about doing the hard work. There's still something to do before Saturn goes direct. Okay? All right. So link is below. I'll get some cards around, let's see, Aries, Virgo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, Capricorn. We've got a lot of things here. Sag. All right, Gemini. We've got a lot of things here. So I'll pull some cards for all those signs in the extended. All right, link is below for you if you want to continue on with me. Otherwise, Pathfinders, let's just keep going. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.